In this video, we are going to analyze an interview granted by a former commissioner of police in Anambra State under Peter Obi. But before we do that, I would like to first and foremost appreciate all our subscribers and all our followers. Thank you so much. We appreciate you and we are grateful. And if you are watching and you have not subscribed, you have not followed us, please kindly do so. And also share this video and also give us a thumbs up. Thank you so much. Now, let me get into the story. Now, you can find this interview in Vanguard Newspaper of 29th of October 2017 under the headline of Obi laid the foundation for the security we enjoy in Anambra. This was said by retired DIG Philemon Leha. Retired DIG Philemon Leha in 2017. By then, this man had retired. So, and we're just going to look at the interview and analyze it. One of my duties is to bring to you to see Peter Obi even before he began to contest for VP with Atiku or even presidency in 2022. And I love to bring such interviews before those periods so that you understand that when we are talking about Peter Obi, we are not just making things up because of campaign. So I just said, let me remind you, this interview was in 2017. By then, Peter Obi was not even in any campaign at all. So let me begin to read what the retired DIG said. He started by saying, as I undertook my assignment in the state, I was greatly encouraged by the commitment and determined focus of Governor Obi. Security was on his priority list, and he always offered us logistics and other support on a scale I had not witnessed elsewhere. On a scale I have not witnessed elsewhere. Now, this is a testimony of a man, a police commissioner that worked under Peter Obi. He said that security was one of his top priorities, not enjoyment or not playing around like what we see around today. Somebody's going to Benue where people died, and what they are doing is how to welcome him with banners. Not Peter Obi. Just to give you an example of what this DIG means by saying that security was his top priority. And then he also said that Peter Obi provided logistics such that he had never witnessed elsewhere. Now, this man was a commissioner of police. Of course, he had been posted in several states of the nation. And then he is confirming that the way Peter Obi supported them, that he hadn't gotten such support before in any other state. So I continue. People who do not understand him tag him a miser because he does not throw public funds around like many other politicians. But it is really his philosophy they fail to appreciate. Now, it is not from today that Obi doesn't give shishi. And this man appreciated that fact. Let me continue. From my observations as a trained policeman and interactions with him, Peter Obi has Anambra State at heart. He wanted to take the state to a greater height, which he did. Again, this was in 2017. No campaign. This man was giving an honest assessment of what he saw when he worked with Peter Obi in Anambra State. I continue. He provided us with utility vehicles, money for fuel, allowances for the officers, and built strategic security structures Obi bought vehicles for the force. He really made a great difference, which the state is enjoying to this day. This was in 2017. Obi left office in early 2014. This was about 3 years when Peter Obi had left office. And this man said that Obi bought them vehicles. He really made a great difference, which the state is enjoying today. In fact, he said Peter Obi was even paying the officers. He was paying the police officers. He was giving them money for fuel, and he provided them with logistics. I continue. Peter Obi was also a policeman indeed, and actively played his role as the chief security officer of the state. I recall that he often telephoned the IGP, DIG, and CP to ascertain the state of affairs on security matters, and we gave him updates regularly with suggestions on how to resolve security challenges that are always arising in our dynamic society. Peter Obi was in command and in control. Peter Obi was on ground. Peter Obi needed to know what was going on. He was there. He wasn't delegating his duty to the commissioner. No, he said this man not only would call only him as the commissioner of police, he would call also the IGP and also the DIG. And that was his testimony about Peter Obi. I continue. He was and still a phenomenon and highly instrumental to the stabilization of security in the southeast, particularly Anambra State. Like him or hate him because of his attitude towards money, Peter Obi remains the best that any state in Nigeria could possibly have. He is a very responsible man. What a testimony. Again, this was by DIG Philemon Leha, and you can find this story in Vanguard Newspaper of 29th of October 2017. And the caption is, Obi laid the foundation for the security we enjoy in Anambra. This man finished work in Nigerian language, the way we talk in Nigeria. He finished work. He said, Obi remains the best. This man remains the best, not just as governor, but also as a president. He said, Obi remains the best any state in Nigeria could possibly have. He is a very responsible man. When a policeman says you are responsible, you know you are really responsible. So, and this is a testimony of a man that worked with Peter Obi. This is not a testimony of a man that was looking at Peter Obi from afar. So if this man was giving this honest assessment, honest testimony about Peter Obi in 2017, it shows that this is true and this is real. And I won't say much. 2027, we just have to do our best to ensure that we have a president, Peter Gregory Obi, in Aso Rock. Thank you for your time. Remember, a new Nigeria is possible. God bless you.